Just a friend. But you can call me the Riddler.
Pulling up black windows once you go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. I wanna hear it talking shit, fuck the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, get the guns out. Dropping bodies.
Hey everyone, being a flying figure here, and welcome back. As today we unbox figure number 3 in the Mcfarlane's DC Multiverse Batman Forever wave of the collect to build Nightmare Bat, and that is the Riddler, Jim Carrey's version. Excited for this, very, very excited for this. Ever since they came up with that movie collection 6-pack, the ultimate collection of Batmans, one of the first things I said and when I unboxed that particular and where I reviewed the Val Kilmer figure at the time was, please, we need a Batman Forever wave by one of Jim Carrey and one of Tommy Lee Jones. And hey, I know I had no influence over their decision. I'm sure they had that already planned back before I even before that box set came up. But man, they made my dreams come true. I mean, a lot of people didn't like the movie. I enjoyed the movie as a kid. I enjoy it now. If you see it, you'll catch a few things that you might have missed back then as a kid, as an adult now. And yeah, it was a little campy. It got a little cartoonish, but hey, I enjoyed that movie, and Jim Carrey was by far the standout of that movie. I mean, at the time, he was hot. He was everywhere. I mean, Ace Ventura, Liar Liar. I mean, you name it. He was doing all the Truman Show. He was everywhere. And it was either him or Robin Williams at the time that would have been cast, that would have been ideal, but they went with Jim Carrey, and he did a decent job too. He did pretty good for it. But anyway, today's all about his action figure. We finally got it in toy form, and this is exciting. And of course, it's part of the collect to build, and we do have the torso of the bat. And as we do here on the channel, we will get the figure out of the packaging, and we will be right back. All right, now that the figure is out of the packaging, we will quickly go over the accessories. And of course, he is part of the collect to build the figure of the Nightmare Bat. And of course, we got the torso there with the feet. And I'm a little bummed. I thought it might be great if he could have had a little articulation, so we can try maybe standing pose or something. But technically, I guess it's going to be at a flight pose, I guess, because of the movie, he was flying towards him in a dream. But it would have been nice to get a little articulation on the legs. But anyway, we'll get back to that when we unbox the last figure, which will be Tommy Lee Jones's Two-Face. And we will put it together also on that video, so stay tuned for that, because that is be coming up soon. And of course, he does come with a trusty Mcfarlane stand with the DC logo on it. And of course, a little data file or trading card with a little bio on Enigma, the Riddler. And of course, it's a picture from the movie. It's a little from the promotion poster that they use. As you can see, the Batman's in the bag, and you got Tommy Lee Jones hiding there in the corner. But yeah, it's just a screenshot basically of that particular poster from the movie. Now, he does come with an accessories, and he does come with an extra set of hands, which is good. He's got that open hand, I guess, to hold, I guess. And then he does come with a fist, which is pretty good. I'm glad at least we got one fist with it. He does come with the little Riddler bat riddle bomb, I guess. As you can see, it's actually that's supposed to be the front there. It's got the eyes there, and then on the back you get the little ears with a little question mark, which he used in the movie, which I think this is a pretty cool addition. Again, it's good for the posing. And he does come with his question mark staff, which is almost like a variation of the one that we got with the, let me get it. It's almost like it's actually more gummier. So as you can see, it was already bended because it came that in the box of him holding him. So I don't know if it'll never be, I don't think you'll ever be able to get it straight. This one, same thing, but it's a little firmer. This one's just a lot more gummier. But again, it's just a smaller type variation of that same staff. Obviously, they made this to look a little bit more lifelike, I guess. It's not as animated as this one. But actually, I prefer this one. This one actually looks a lot better than this one. But I guess with the faded, the brighter color, the gold, I'm sorry, and then that faded color kind of gives it up. But yeah, I kind of like that one better. It's a lot bigger too. But that's also because the figure is also a lot bigger than this one, because the sculpt is a lot different. And then we'll compare those figures later on. But yeah, again, very, very gummy. But I guess you can get it at a certain pose. Keep in mind that if you do put it to like both hands holding it, you are going to get like that curve thing, which I would have preferred they would have used like the plastic. It would have been much better. But hey, we got accessories, something that we normally don't get with Mcfarlane toys. Anyway, and now the main attraction himself, Jim Carrey, and he does have that Jim Carrey face. I mean, kind of reminds me of all those sketch characters he did for In Living Color. You know, Ace Ventura, I mean, you see them all there. I mean, that is Jim Carrey, and he's got that red head, flat top there, nicely done. Some minor highlights there, some darkened colors to make a little highlight there, some shading makes it look pretty good. But yeah, that is Jim Carrey. I mean, of all the, so far, of the villains, of the movie villains, this is actually the most accurate one. This is actually really well done. I mean, it's almost that one, and the Poison Ivy one, it was like dead on. And, oh, it's Arnold. I can't forget. I'm sorry, I take that back. The Arnold Schwarzenegger one was actually really good. The sculpt on it was really good, but then they only had to do the front of the face anyway. But yeah, I mean, got some good detail on the ear. Look at that. I can see some wax in there, I think. But yeah, look at that. And then of course the sculpt was, I think we've seen this before. And yeah, and of course he's got all the good thing I like about this that it's the amount of question marks that they put on the suit. It actually looks pretty good as opposed to the what was it, that classic Riddler that did have that big question mark, and his is upside down. Did have the big question mark in the middle of his chest, but then it was just so spaced out. And I always wish that they would have put a lot more like this here. That looks pretty good. I wish they would have done some on the inside too. It would have been cool, just all over on the sides. It would have been cool. But I mean, the arms, I guess, fill that up. I guess, yeah, they did a good job as far as this. And again, this part here is a lot smaller from here to here, so that piece here is a lot bigger. But it actually, you know, see, they could have put a few question marks in there because it does make it look bad. They should have just put some question mark on that piece there, because it's not really butterfly. It's just a piece to cover that little pin, like that peg holder there thing, that hole that's at the top of it. But they did use a bigger piece. Usually figures like this skinny or this small, this body sculpt, the piece is not as big, but they really went all out on this one. It's like really big. But again, he's got some pretty good articulation. And so the head movement, of course, because of the hair, you can't really get too much full. I mean, it's decent if you go straight. If you actually stand him straight, it's not much. So you might have to arch him back, but he just got some pretty good movement to the back. But again, Mcfarlane, typical articulation, so we're not going to really dwell too much on it. But yeah, it's actually, you'll be able to do some pretty good stuff, especially for you photographers out there. And it's nice and firm. It's not loose, which is good. And let's see, what else is different in here? The shoes. He's got the little penny loafers, I guess. Yeah, he's got some penny loafers on there. I wish the green would have been light too on it. Would have been pretty good on it. But yeah, it just reminds me of the classic Riddler that they did too long ago. As you can see, the green on it. It's, I don't know, it's not even green. It's like an off type. I mean, it's just a weird green. But this is the color they should have gone with that. This needs to be in this color. And I don't think the platinum version was that color either. It was like a different color. But anyway, this is what. Did they even have a platinum? I think so. I'm happy with this one. I think the platinum only had one. But yeah, see the question marks on it. I mean, it's all over. That's the way it should be. But again, oh, and then he got like the blue hair, shading on the hair. And then the mask, purple, matched the gloves and stuff. I get it, but then they should have done purple boots, I guess. It would look good with purple boots if you're going to go that route. But this Riddler doesn't really know anything about fashion anyway. But again, the same staff. I mean, but this is cool. I'm glad that they came up with this. I was waiting for it and they did it. And they did such a great job with the face. I mean, look at it. If you go and look at the movie, I mean, literally, I mean, let's see, let's get that. I'm telling you, look at that. That is Jim Carrey. They nailed it. The face sculpt on this, they nailed it. And I guess going forward, man, You do things like that, and then you get another figure that's not even close. I'm like, wow, what are they thinking? I mean, they had to do something with the rights that they couldn't be so accurate, but this is incredible. And here he is next to a couple of the villains from the Batman and Robin. You got Poison Ivy, Uma Thurman, and of course, the Governor himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. And again, his face sculpt, her face sculpts, they're amazing. I mean, they are great. They did a great job. And man, I can't wait. Hopefully in the future, and I know there have been some rumors around there about a Batman, 89 Batman wave, and Jack Nicholson. Oh, they have to nail it. And Danny DeVito as a Penguin, maybe Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, those are the only villains that are left. I mean, imagine if we get a hold of those. That would just complete the whole set. And I know they got Adam West. I mean, hopefully it won't be long before we get a Burt Ward in the 7-inch scale, a Robin, and then maybe some of those villains. I mean, I would die right now for a Cesar Romero Joker. I mean, he was my favorite of that series growing up. And man, and even the Rocky trainer, was it Burgess Meredith? He was the Penguin. That would be, I mean, that would be, and Frank, what was that? I can't think of his name. The original Riddler that played him on TV. Frank Golish, I don't know. Something like that. I'm sorry if I butchered the name, but if we get that wave, that would complete the whole movie. I mean, because I know we recently got word of another Batman Begins wave, which we already got the Dark Trilogy. I mean, we already got the Scarecrows. I mean, what can they do with that line? But anyway, this is incredible. I got one more figure to go, so stay tuned for that, which is, of course, Tommy Lee Jones. I can't wait to see. I get these figures, and I don't get them, and I don't open them. I don't look at them until it's time to unbox them. So I can't wait to, and I get tempted. I do get tempted to look at them, but I like to be surprised when I open them. But I can't wait to see how the sculpt on that particular one is. And that'll be it for now. And as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And as always, continue to support each other. Continue to be a fine figure. And I will see you later.